Hello, Sagittarius loctician. Welcome to your reading. So, we're here to find out what does God want you to know. Hang on, this is a bit loud, I think. What does God want you to know as it pertains to your loctician career? Yeah. So, what does God want you to know when it comes to your loctician career, Sagittarius? Two more. Alright, at the bottom of the deck we got influencing the soul or the spirit. Interesting. Let's see where God is going with this. Okay. Let's check this one. It feels correct like this. Okay. So we got fulfilling the end of a bribe. Interesting. And we have it's an act of rebellion against the system. So someone doesn't like the rules. At the bottom of the deck we got rebelling for freedom of artistic expression. So it's like somebody has ideas that they would like to implement, but because of the rules they can't implement them. And then we have fulfilling their end of the bribe. So it's like there's some kind of a setup going on. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. So rebelling for freedom of artistic expression, and rebelling to include God worship. It's retaliation. So it's like justice. So they feel like what they're doing is justice. To collapse or ruin them is justice. So it's like they feel like their prohibition to express their artistic freedom is ruining them. So they say, if you're gonna ruin me by stunting my growth and keeping my shine down, then I'm gonna ruin you. Type of energy. So there is chaos in your workplace, regarding the rules, the system that you got in place is not working in your best interest or the best interest of your staff. Okay, this problem could easily be rectified, but it calls for a certain level of give and take. I got this in another reading, a Taurus reading, but it was for the barbers. It's like the management is used to old tactics and old ways of doing things, but in this new day and age, there's a different requirement when it comes to how people want their hair done. Okay, in the barbering industry, this is true. In the dreadlock industry, this is true. If you're Caucasian and you're in that industry, the rule is still the same. For example, there's a time when balayage hair colors were the craze. So it's basically like fads. What's in style now? It looked like what's in style now in the dreadlock industry is people getting their hair done immaculately with what do you call it? That edge control thing. Personally, yes, it looks good, but for dreadlocks, edge control is not a good idea. Why? Because it's easy to put in, but it's hard to wash out. And most people don't wash dreadlocks the way that they're supposed to be washed, which is like clothes. Because dreadlocks are so thick, you need to get inside. So dreadlocks need to soak first of all, and then get inside and scrub whatever is in there to break it down so that when you rinse the hair, it rinses away. A lot of people don't do that. A lot of people tend to wash dreadlocks the way that they would wash combable hair. And the principles, they don't work. Okay? So edge control is a no-no in dreadlocks because it's easy to put in and hard to take out. And each time that you go to the stylist and they put that in your hair, you can see exactly when you went to the stylist and that stuff was put in your hair, because it makes that white ring around the dreadlock, and that white ring of edge control then attracts and grabs onto like lint and sweat and dust, and that's how you get build up. And then even when you wash the hair, it just, it doesn't look very appealing. So that's just one example of what's happening in the dreadlock industry now, that people who I wouldn't say are old school, because although I'm old school, I've been in this business for almost 30 years. It's not that I'm old school, it's just that the shit don't work. It's a dumb idea. But these young people, they seem to be cool with it because they want to look immaculate. Okay? And you can look immaculate without using edge control, because I don't use edge control. I use gel. Okay? Mostly the eye freeze gel. That's what I use to do the twists on the dreadlocks. Okay? And I don't use combs either. But saying all that to say, we have our methods. I don't know how old you are, but I'm gonna assume that you've been in the business for a long time, and we all taught ourselves. And it's like now these new people are coming in with their new methods, and you don't feel like they work. It works for them. Okay? And if you have a business where you allow other people to come in and work from, then there's going to have to be a give and take. Because they have their way of doing things and we have ours. All I can say to you is keep your methods, how you do your thing, because you see the sense in what you do and how you do what you do, because you've been studying. Okay? Who like how you do your thing, they will come to you. And these children will see the error of their ways in the future. I had to get on somebody's case because of the same thing. Because she washed the girl's hair, and I could still see all the white rings around the girl's hair. And the girl's hair look incredibly dry. So they're not moisturizing the people them hair properly. And they're not washing the dreadlocks them properly either. Because they have their own methods. If you could find a way to take put up a sign or something talking about like everybody has their own methods of doing things, then it will kind of subtract your reputation from what they're doing. It's a tough situation to be in, because if they're doing it from your shop, then it affects the name of your business. I get that. But there are ways around it to where you could stop it from affecting you and how you do your thing. Because your way has been working and you don't have a problem with it. Your clients don't have a problem with it. And you should keep yourself as such and cater to those who agree with your methods and allow them to do their thing. And do not hesitate to talk about the nonsense that they're doing. When you see, or when the client come in and they look at your clients and they look at their hair and they see the difference with your clients and their clients, then you can use that as an opportunity to educate them as to the error of their ways and tell them, well, they want to do their thing their own way and they really were rebelling to have it done their way. So I allow them to do it their way. Now, if you like it, fine, you work with them. But I have my own ways because they're things that I have learned, and that's why we do our thing our way. Okay? Trying to please everybody. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like that. So yeah, so that's what's happening in your business right now. There's a mix up when it comes to the rules and the methods or the techniques and stuff like that. And instead of fighting against one another, you should probably call a meeting to find out what their concerns are. Like for real. Create an energy where they will feel free to express themselves, because this is your business at the same time. And there's no need for all this fighting. Everybody's learning. We had to learn dreadlock care on our own. That's what they're doing as well. They're in school and they're at work, just like we were when we were figuring it out. They're figuring it out now. Be an open door for them to figure it out, so that way you could then be a teacher and help to guide them. And if you want to charge them extra for you teaching them your expertise, that extra money on the side. You see? So good luck. Until next time, Sagittarius, take care.